My name is Khosi. I think I find myself in a lot of what other people have said. I think I have a living experience. I mean, the topic from spiritual emergence to spiritual emergence spoke to me, on a very personal and experiential level. And so, when the email really caught my eye, from a number of perspectives, and one of them being that I've been wanting to pursue my PhD studies, and I just have felt everything that I've looked at so far hasn't spoken to me. And from finding that email, went into the ITP website and I said, yes, this is what I've been waiting for, this is what I've been wanting, because I've looked at the programs offered so far and none of them have really spoken to me. They've spoken to me academically, but I've always felt I want to work from a much deeper space, and so I think I want to say that I want to immerse myself even deeper in the experience for a number of whatever reasons there are. So, yeah, so you've got a student coming up.
That would make me so happy. So if you keep in touch with me, we'll see if we can do something.
Exactly the
Same thing?
Same thing.
Wonderful.
I started a PhD 10 years ago, and just...
Yes, and we love having the diversity. I hope our South African students get to feel that they can appear somewhat in their own persona. They don't have to be pseudo-Americans in the virtual
What
classroom.
do you mean?
But we try to have a virtual classroom that profits from the global dimensions. And I do want to say that the cutting edge of transpersonal, it has always strongly been East and West. But we have a new president, and we have our South African contingent, and we have a cutting edge towards North and South as well. We do more with indigenous wisdom in the last 10, 15 years.
I work for an organization called Star School, which there is this historical Star School, but this is a new project that was started by Dan and Kristen Olofsson from Sweden. It's a project that's situated, we run at the moment in 40 schools, deep in the thick of KwaZulu Natal, and so we are situated he owns a private lodge, a 7-star lodge, they're called Tanda, and so we are situated in the middle of Bush, but it's a most amazing privilege to be working in that area, and it's really about building the self and about inspiring a sense of possibility in the young people in those areas. That's the worst hit area in terms of both HIV infection and poverty, socioeconomic deprivation, and to inspire a transpersonal self in a way, even in that dire situation, and to inculcate a sense of possibilities for the children.
Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you for the work. Great. And for a moment, I do want to stop and give honor to South Africa as apparently one of the best preservers, right? Were you telling me, Paul, of the large amounts of nature preserved? 10%? Christopher was telling me 10% of your country is allotted to preserving nature, conservation, parks. Is this transpersonal? Yes! In our country, we do this, we practice in the West, but it is the Native Americans who are most aware of how we're endangering ourselves by disrespect for the earth. And we talk with them and have courses from, not enough, but some. And this is where we bring in the goddess too, or goddesses, or tribal balanced pantheons of gods and goddesses in the earth.
I just do want to say that, it's quite a fine path to try and walk. I mean, if you're talking about the 10% preservation of South Africa, in that people have had to be moved out of their land, their ancestral land, for what now becomes a noble preservation of land. So it comes with certain dynamics. But yeah.
Very important. Thank you so much. This is where I am here to learn. Along with developing their minds, or what's happening?
It's a challenge in that, you know, we work with people that are very rooted in the bread and butter. And for me, going into Star School was very much kind of unlocking the spiritual path of saying, even to say, we are not stars because we are at Star School, but we are Star School because we are stars. And to awaken that, even in spite of, even together with the fact that I don't know where my next piece of bread is going to come from, and to work from a space of gratitude as a path to increasing and possibilities, and but equally having to confront the fact that I still don't have bread, and so what do I do with that?
Yes.
You know, so it's quite a
Yes. But the deep self-respect, self-cherishing for who they already are. If I'm part of a tribal community, whether myself is so sheerly an I, or whether it's myself, my family, my tribe, the bread is coming from.
especially when my mom has died, when I'm in a 7-year-old child who's heading a family of 12 other children.
Yes.
Who am I?